Bolivia is big for silver. So, you might ask, how did we make 2 silver discoveries of this size when there's a dearth of quality silver projects in the world? And the answer is we went to Bolivia. Over 1.6 billion ounces were produced at Cerro Rico and Potosí. It's still operating. It's a mine that's been going since the 1500s. There's 3 operating large-scale modern silver mines, and it's the 5th largest producer of silver in the world with over 43 million ounces a year, pardon me. There's been minimal investment over the last 10 years in Bolivia on modern exploration, and that's why discoveries like silver sand and Carangas were able to be made. So certainly the resource is there in Bolivia, and we believe that permitting is the solution to unlocking the mineral potential. Diving into the details here a little bit on silver sand. So what have we achieved? We have a 3.2 square kilometer administrative mining contract, or AMC. This covers our core mining area and grants us mining rights. We also have a 5.6 square kilometer mining production contract, or NPC, and this covers the peripheral area of the project. What's in progress is we're negotiating our surface rights with the local communities, and once we do that, that will allow us to then apply for our environmental permit, and then our NPC will be ratified by Parliament, and that would allow us to begin mining. The number one challenge right now at Silver Sand is working with there's some illegal mining activity on site, and working with the community to increase pressure to move the illegal miners off, which will then allow us to get our surface agreement and advance permitting. At Carangas, what have we achieved? So, we recently have a 41 square kilometer exploration license, or EL. This grants us exploration rights for the property. What's in progress? We're in the process of working with the government to convert our exploration license to an administrative mining contract, negotiating our surface rights with the community so we can begin to enter the EA process, and then obtaining what we call a state necessity designation. As the project is near the border, we need an extra approval from the government to advance that project. No illegal mining at Carangas, it's just regular community development, but the challenge is, under the 2014 mining code in Bolivia, we are the first mover. So Silver Sand was grandfathered and operates under a previous code, which is why it already has its administrative mining contract. So Carangas is the first mover under this process, which always has time delays, and you have to work with the government agencies to bring them up to speed on what their own regulations are. So what are our catalysts? So Silver Sand, we've been very clear that what we're trying to do is negotiate surface rights with our communities, and that will be the key to unlocking the permit, which again will be the key to unlocking the project, which has strong economics as we've outlined. At Carangas, the key is to convert our exploration license to an administrative mining contract, which will be the key permit that will allow us to enter the environmental phase. So here we have our discovery curve, and you can see we've been through the pre-discovery, we've been through the discovery, we had quite a run-up in share price in the past, and now we're into the trough of the technical and development work. We think the projects in Bolivia are strong enough technically that if we were able to make some advances with our permit, we would jump right to feasibility study for both Silver Sand and Carangas. We would skip the PFS stage for Carangas, and we would be able to enter construction relatively quickly in Bolivia. The advantages to being in Bolivia is that it's a mining country. Mining is a known quantity in Bolivia, and once you are permitted, it's somewhat straightforward to begin, and you have a skilled workforce from which to work. And then we see the potential is there. It's worth mentioning that we are held 27% of New Pacific is owned by Silvercorp, and 13% is owned by Pan American Silver. So certainly a strong strategic shareholder base. We are well funded. We have just under $20 million US in the bank. Our burn rate is in the neighborhood of $5 to $6 million a year to continue permitting work. So not looking to do a raise anytime soon, well funded to advance our projects and generate some catalysts.